lot of people, a lot of actors. I know a lot of great actors who don't watch anything they've done.
Yes.
The fact that they asked me to do it, because what if I don't like it? And they ask me to do another one. It's like, why would I want to do that? If it's a good thing, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I trust them. They were nice enough to ask me to do it. In fact, I've done a couple of episodes for them.
Okay.
So why, that's just, I'm glad.
Why ruin a good thing?
Let me just enjoy the residual check.
Well, I have to say that it is brilliant. It's absolutely funny. I was just really curious about that potato salad reference. But other than that, like it is well done. And I kudos. You did such an amazing job. You made me last for like 10 minutes solid.
Thank you. Well, I appreciate that.
So amongst all your other roles, I mean, I love when generally we have people on the show and we can kind of talk about some of the things they've done. Your resume is so vast, though. I mean, we couldn't even go through even a fraction of what you've done, obviously, in the time that we have. But I do just want to bring up, because this was a huge favorite of mine, was Good Morning Vietnam.
Okay.
Now, obviously, everybody loved Robin Williams. And having you on the show also, like, what was it like for you as a comedian to play the role and have kind of bounce up against someone like Robin Williams?
Well, I had a history with Robin. Robin and I started out in the clubs together at the same time. Mm-hmm. So I knew Robin. Good Morning Vietnam is about 87, maybe. I think it came. When did it come out? 87, 88, 87.
86,
so I knew Robin from like 1978, 79, 78. So I knew Robin for 10 years almost beforehand. So we were friendly. We had a relationship. Mm-hmm. So that was very easy for us. I miss him every day. Mm-hmm. He, as great a comic and genius as he was, he's even a better person. He helped a lot of people. His heart was always in the exact right place. I mean, he had a heart bigger than his talent.
Yeah,
I miss Robin Williams a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he really was.
I mean, I grew up with, like, from Mork and Mindy and all the way up, and everything he did not only brought a smile to your face, but even in some of the harder movies that he did, it showed how versatile he was. And there was just always this, like, twinkle in his eye. Like, I think he even played a serial killer in one movie, and it was, although it did not seem like him, he did it so beautifully that.
The thing.
Yeah.
The thing about Robin in choosing roles was he didn't give a shit about his image at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't care if you liked him necessarily. There are a lot of comics who don't. And a lot of actors who definitely are always image conscious. Not Robin. Mm-hmm. Robin wasn't concerned about that very much. No, but Robin was special.
He had an amazing way of, no matter what he chose or what he did, he would make you laugh. He'd make you cry. He had the way of pulling off everything that it just made it so iconic. And I mean, even when you think about him as the voice of the genie in the original Aladdin, he did it so well that in the new remake with Will Smith, like, I couldn't watch it. As soon as it got to him, I was like, nah, I'm done. He's no Robin Williams.
Well, it's different. It's a little bit unfair to compare to Will Smith. That's a little bit unfair. So it's tough.
Yeah.
But and I only worked with Robin on the one movie. Now, at one point, I was going to write for Mork and Mindy when I first got out here. But Robin was just a good guy. I mean, I miss Robin. The world misses Robin.
We need, this world needs more Robin Williams, like many more.
Well, there was one.
There's one for sure. All right, do you mind we get into the second section of our show, and that is the rapid fire questions.
Second section, okay.
Yep.
Well, let's get to the questions. Let's get to those questions.
All right. So these are normally hosted by Matty G, and for the listeners that are going to be just tuning in for the first time, what we're going to do is I'm going to ask Robert 20 quick questions, and you just let us know the first thing that comes to your mind, no matter what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, here we go.
Rapid fire questions.
What made-up word would you register into the English language?
Ipso facto.
Okay. The scariest dream you've ever had?
Thinking I was married for like 37 years and waking up next to my wife.
Okay.
For 37 years.
What superpower do you wish you had?
Superpower. Think about superpowers. I guess flying.
It's a very popular one. Yeah, okay. Flying's good. What is your earliest childhood memory?
As an adult.
As an adult. Or what, if you can remember as a child?
I don't think about stuff like that.
I've come across the occasional person who actually remembers, like coming out of the womb. It's really weird.
Oh, that's weird.
All right. What makes you happiest?
Dogs.
Okay. What foreign language would you love to learn?
French.
What decade would you most like to live in?
Oh, this one, without a doubt.
It's a good time.
I mean, stop and think. I've always said that. Now, this doesn't mean that I wouldn't want to go back to see a baseball game at Ebbets Field in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. But when you think about what we're going through right now with the virus, can you imagine how much more difficult it would be without the technology we have today?
Oh,
without podcasts, without streaming, without Zoom, without being able to work at home, without computers, you think it's tough now. I mean, it has made it 100,000 times easier.
It's true. Yep. People are still at least able to connect.
I don't want to go back to a decade. These people go back. I want to go to the Renaissance. I go, really? You want to go back to a decade where there's no indoor plumbing? You really want that?
Someone sneezed on you and you died.
No. I'm actually in the right. I want to be in today.
It's true. What's your go-to joke?
Go-to joke?
Yeah. So if someone's turned around and it's like, "Oh, tell me a joke," what's like the first thing that comes to your mind?
I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I don't do that.
That's fine. What was the first movie that ever made you cry?
Oh. Well, Old Yeller, the dog died.
Okay. Yeah.
Bambi, the deer dies.
Oh, when the mom dies, yeah.
Now, there's movies I cry because I paid money to see them. That's a whole different story.
Yep. I've been down that road.
Those two, when a dog dies or an animal dies, it's tough.
Yeah. Do you believe in aliens?
In aliens?
Yes.
No.
Okay. How would you spend $100 million?
Well, it's a number. It doesn't make a lot of sense because I don't know what that means. Because, if you got $50 million, what can you, if you were $40 million, what really can't you do that you could do with 100? That was like when we did the Arliss show and somebody would say, well, it's the biggest deal of all time. It's like, it's a number. What would I do, if I had unlimited wealth? Mm-hmm. I would have private airplanes.
What exotic animal would you love to domesticate?
What exotic animal? I love my dogs. I'm not a big polar bear type of bear, or a cheetah. But I want to domesticate. I don't know. Yeah. Kangaroos are too big. I don't know. I wouldn't want them hanging around my house. I don't want to hang them around my house anyway.
It's true. It's like I tell my kids, like if you want an elephant, there's no way it's coming in the house. It's got to stay in the yard.
Yeah. I'll just have my dogs.
Yep. What gets on your nerves?
A lot of things get on my nerves. Mostly politics.
Yeah,
politics gets on my nerves.
Yep.
Stupidity gets on my nerves, but there's not a lot you can really do about it.
No.
There's a lot of stupidity out there.
It's true.
But there's not a lot you can really do about it. It's like baseball. If you fail 70% of the time, you hit 300. Well, if I asked, I would say 70% of the people, you're about the same. So there's not a lot you can do about it. What else gets on my incompetence?
Yes.
Incompetence gets on my nerves. Now, we all make mistakes, don't get me wrong, and it's okay to make mistakes. But when you do it over and over and over again, that's like, oh, come on, dude,
Yeah. I think it should be like a punch card. Once you get to so many that you're just done. You just get put in a room or something somewhere.
Okay.
What when was the last time? What was the last thing that you did just for yourself?
Just made myself lunch.
Oh, okay. What holiday would you erase from the calendar if you could?
Oh, now that's an interesting subject. Let me see. What holiday would I erase from the calendar? Probably Canadian Independence Day. Because it would have zero effect on moi.
Right.
Is
What's
that
really
fair?
funny?
Is that okay?
Yeah. I was listening to a conversation with Macaulay Culkin and Tom Green, and they were talking about presidents, and they were talking about Andrew Jackson and how he kept back Canada from invading. Is this what Americans believe?
No, I mean, there's we talk about stupidity. Okay, there you go.
Because I was just like, whoa, is that what was taught in history on that side?
I mean, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, when I did my Assume the Position show, and I made a joke about one of the things I talked to, and I did it in front of students. These are real NYU students. Mm-hmm. And I would say this whole bullshit about America never losing the war, ever lost. I go, well, what's the War of 1812? Was that a pre-season war? Was it an exhibition war? We got our ass kicked by Canada. It's like...
Yep. So it was really funny, and I was just like, there's no way that they're actually talking on their
this
side.
Is exactly what. And by the way, what are you doing listening to a conversation between Tom Green and wasting time and Macaulay Culkin?
Honestly, it was just one of those weird things as I'm driving.
Yeah. It's probably when you had the testicles in your mouth.
Oh, what do you do when you can't fall asleep?
I'm a hot milk guy. I actually have hot milk. That helps you sleep. Hot milk's good with a little honey in it. It's very, very good.
Okay. Yeah.
That helps me sleep. Weed helps me sleep.
Yep.
But I don't do that. I mean, I've never done. I mean, I don't do that at night, so I don't know. I say it helps me sleep, but it helps me sleep during the day.
It's a daytime thing. Are you a CBD or a THC man?
Neither. I don't use edibles.
Okay. What activity makes you totally lose track of time?
Baseball.
Wonderful. What is the best thing you've ever eaten?
That's pretty.
We've already talked about your love of potato salad from one place, but I don't think that was necessarily the best thing you've eaten.
I mean, there's some. I go to Paris often. I mean, my death row meal would probably be a hot pastrami sandwich from maybe Langer's Delicatessen or the Katz's Deli in New York. Okay. Although great pasta or a great coq au vin from. I like banana cream pie. Yeah. The best thing I've ever eaten, though, I mean, there's quite a few things. I mean, there's a filet of sole I once had at Le Bernardin in New York that was pretty remarkable. But it's not, but those are all great stuff. I don't eat herring at all, but I had a herring at a place called Chez Lavier in Paris that was outstanding. That was wonderful.
But you don't have one particular food that stands out. You just come across a lot of foods. You're like, this was amazing.
No.
Yeah. Okay.
No.
All right. Have you ever had a crush on a fictional character? And if you have, then who? No, nothing like that.
No.
All right. Not a problem. Then question 20. What's your favorite podcast you've been on the last 12 hours?
I did one the other hour with what was his name? These guys the two big guys from Memphis, and I asked him what his death row meal was, and I should send you the picture of this. He said there's a restaurant in Memphis that has a burger named after him. Now, these are two big guys from Mississippi or Memphis, and when I say big, you'll understand after I tell you what he said. He said it's a half a pound of burger, which is stuffed with ground peanut butter, topped with thick sliced bacon, cheese, marshmallow fluff, and then topped as the bun with a strawberry filled donut.
Oh, that's weird.
And he sent me a picture of that. And it is